Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing. Going over an update on one of my favorite creations of all time, man. This is actually my favorite combo deck that I've ever made, man. Other combo decks, they're real dope, but they were already, you know, made by Konami. Like the Christrons, they're one of my most favorite combo decks, but Konami already made that deck, you feel me? The True King Yang Zing was a hybrid creation and variant that I tested out for over a year now. It's pushing 2 years. Since the Dark Illusions came out, and I tested out Yang Zings with just 3 of this guy. The Fire True Kings what started the idea, and I was like, it's alright. But then when the more of the True Kings came out, I was like, this deck is amazing. Then eventually it was a deck I was taking into regionals, and Dinlong got banned, and I was like, oh, they had to step on my ball sack like that. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm walking right now, and I'm loving how the deck works, man. It's real savage, and the combos are just insane. They're real like, not as, I guess you would say, worthy as they were before, because Dinlong makes a difference. It really does. Hashtag bring Dinlong back. But at the same time, you're still making calamities at relative ease, and you're still keeping your floaters for your 9 pillar targets. And then you also can still make Baxia or Black Rose on your opponent's turn with the combos. So it's still amazing. We're playing 3 copies of Agni Mazut, the Vanisher. He's the Fire True King. You play 3 of him because you play a lot of targets for him. And also, he's the one you want to reveal to destroy the other ones. Then we're playing 3 True King, the Barastos, the Fathomer. He's my favorite one because Lithosojin banned. Lithosojin was my favorite one, but now it's Barastos. Barastos is real. Oh, man. He's cold-blooded. He's just one of those savages, bro. If y'all didn't know, it took the Christrons and Masterpiece to deal with this dude. And they still didn't kill him. They just defeated him. Then he came back with all his homies, and they revived Calamities. And they're like, we're about to tear y'all up. Then we also play 3 copies of Mariamne, the True Draco Phoenix. You basically are maxing out on the True Kings. Because losing with Lithosojin lost a huge count, and also it lost a lot of power. So maximizing on these opens up the window to have better diagram targets, and also to be able to make calamities with relative ease. So 3 of all of them, and your attributes are in the main deck, and also any Yang Zing can become the attribute you need, which is really cool. So the deck is so perfect and has great synergy. So you're 9 True Kings. Then we played 3 Jiaotu, the best combo starter, and honestly my favorite Yang Zing. When Dinlong was legal, dude, resolving Jiaotu was like game over. Like literally, it was so good. And then 3 copies of Bixie. Bixie is pretty much to make your synchros unaffected by traps, and also he's a water target for your Barastos. Then we play 3 copies of Swanee. Swanee you're playing at 3 because you're playing 3 Agni Mazuds. He's pretty much a beater that makes your synchros beaters as well. And every Yang Zing that's not a synchro has an effect that says during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, they can synchro summon using Yang Zing monsters you control. So this is how you Baxia, Trishula, Black Rose, whatever you want, Omega on your opponent's turn. It's pretty much how you make detrimental plays out of nowhere and catch your opponent off guard and then drain their resources. Then for the 2 of, excuse me, a burp was real rude. That was caught off guard. I'm sorry. I didn't see it coming. 2 copies of Zafranu, the Secret of the Yang Zing. He's your searcher. He's also the level 6 that lets you make your Baxia with a level 2 and a level 6. Really easy. And then you want to pop him with Yang Zing pillars, the 9 pillars, with Baxia, or even your diagram to get his effect to search for path, or another 9 pillars if need be so. 2 copies of Beyond. You don't want to play 3 because he has no True King target because of Lithosojin. When Lithosojin was legal, this was a 3 of and my favorite staple because you would use him and Jiaotu to make your Dinlong, and then synchro summon after that with your Bixie on you, like, you know, on some crazy shenanigans. Like, you just go ham on your first turn combos, man. I'm telling you. And then 2 copies of Pulao. Pulao is the win target for Mariamne, and it also makes your synchros unaffected by spells. If you make a synchro unaffected by spells and traps and immune to being destroyed by battle, your opponent's only way to out that monster is through monster effects. And you have ways to lock your opponent from monster effects, whether it's through 9 pillars or just calamities downright saying no monster effects whatsoever. That's how you do it. However you want to do it, or you can just make an invincible Chao Feng, which is my favorite play. Chao Feng says your opponent can't activate monster effects with the same attribute as Yang Zings you made. So depending on the matchup, you just pick the right attribute that your opponent plays a lot of or plays all of, And then you have a monster that's unaffected by everything. Like literally spells, traps, can be destroyed by battle, and he's not unaffected by monster effects, but your opponent can't activate those effects. And since it affects the player, Masterpiece can't even activate his effect, which is really dope. Because, like I said, it affects the player. And then 2 copies of Chi-Win. He's real bricky in this build at 3 because he has no attribute that you can use. But nonetheless, resolving multiple Chi-Wins is really important because 1 is not enough. 2 is perfect. 3 could be useful, but like I said, there's no synergy there for the 3rd one. And then 1 Magma Dragon, the MVP. This dude is like a ride or die. He's always had my back from day 1. Sorry, y'all. My nose is stuffed and I'm sick, man. Like, man, I'm hating it. 3 Yang Zing Path. This was something I was playing at too, but man, oh man, even the shortest way to victory requires multiple paths now. Just the way the deck is set up, you know, kind of like the way my bank account is set up right now because Konami's been raping me in the butt. Then we have 3 copies of Double D's. This is insane. And we play Oracle of Zephyr because you play Zephyr targets. Why is Oracle of Zephyr here 3 stacks? Because I'm playing set rotation, dude. And your set rotation target happens to be a field spell that you can activate and use its effects. You can synchro summon with Zafranu and use the effect to put a monster on top of your deck, you know, which is really cool. I think it's any card, actually. Let me see. Okay, cool. Yeah. Choose a monster on front of your deck and then place it on top of it. So you can use the effects of Oracle. But you're pretty much just playing it for a set rotation target to give your opponent. But if you happen to draw it, you can use it in more ways than 1. Then you play the obligatory 3 Optimus Prime. So I guess we'll just put these down here to search out your diagram. You're just trying to get the diagram as quickly as possible, which is why you play this an additional target. The additional way to get to it. And also 1 Disciples to recycle your True Kings and your Calamities to keep pushing. Why'd I say Calamities? His name is Chlamydia. 3 9 Pillars. The best Dagon negator in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is such a skillful trap. Playing into 9 Pillars is the worst feeling ever. When Dinlong was legal, this trap was lethal, okay? And then 2 Waterfalls to either search or to draw like crazy. It's your choice, bro. It's like, honestly, player preference. However you want to do it, bro, just do it. Now for the extra deck. We have 2 copies of Chlamydia because you can recycle him now. The Trishula XE that I hardly ever make because I always make Magma Dragon first, and then you can't make anything but worms. So it's like, you're here, but I can't really use you all the time, but you're here. And then 3 Baxia. He's the most important synchro. You make him, you're able to make your other synchros. He actually clears himself in the extra monster zone to summon more stuff. Revive your Magma Dragon by reviving a monster and reviving another one. Then special summoning from deck. A lot of shenanigans. 2 Chao Fang because he comes up a lot, especially in the combos to end on Calamities. 1 Yazi. They're all recyclable because they're Yang Zings. 1 Cloud Castle. Why are you making Cloud Castle? You synchro summon for him, summon a True King from your grave or your Chao Fang, and make a Calamities after that. Ignister. Why are you playing Ignister? Because you synchro summon with Zafranu in the Pendulum Magician matchup. Pendulum Magicians are a thing. You make Ignister. You're like, I'm going to use Ignister. I'm going to destroy one of your monsters or your scales. And then I'm going to shuffle one of your cards into your field. I'm going to take 2 cards from you right now. And then I'm going to attack you after that. Ignister's pretty dope in that matchup. But only in that matchup. Omega, because you can make him. Black Rose to make him on your opponent's turn. Monster Reborn. And basically a pseudo Utopia the Lightning. That sums up the deck profile, you guys. Definitely check out the combo tutorial that I just did not too long ago of this deck. Tell me what you think. Leave your honest opinion and feedback. And if you like True King Yang Zings, dude, you have to check out my older deck profiles. Like before Dinlong was banned. Oh my god, I was ruining people's lives. I'm telling you, I was undefeated for like 2 months. No lie. Oh my god. Every deck profile I posted was undefeated, bro. I had everything to prove it. I love you guys. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. I've got 1 more deck profile to do, and then I'm going to sleep. I'm tired as crap. I've been grinding. I hope y'all appreciate the hard work. Even if you don't, I did it for you nonetheless. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out and do this last video so I can sleep. Peace.